Greetings, Starseeds and Lightworkers. Ava here, and today we have a great question from one of our viewers. But first, I want to say welcome to all of you, and especially those of you who may be tuning in for the first time today. My name is Ava, and we channel here beings of light and love, known as the Pleiadians and the Living Ma. So we're going to be bringing in DiYeena, and she is a Pleiadian guide that has a lot to say, and in a very humorous and funny way. So the question for today is from someone named Willow. Thank you for your question, Willow. And they ask, what does it really mean to activate the light body? I've been interested in this topic a lot lately. Isn't everything light? And at what density are we activating? And what is actually happening when we focus our energy on our light bodies? Thanks so much, Willow. Love this question. So I'm going to go ahead and just go straight out and put you in touch with the Pleiadians and see what they have to say. So welcome. This is DiYeena of the Pleiadian Family. You see, we like to say to bring the love, you see. So you want to know about how we weave, you see, with the light body, you see. Very interesting question, you see, because really what is the created, but sound and light, you see. Sound and light, the frequencies of sound and light, you see, together. In the more or less densities, you see. So you're right in the sense that it is all the sound waves and the light waves, you see, coming and going into different motions that create. And so when you are working with the light in a more directed way, a more intentional way, then you have the ability to decide how the form that you have chosen to be in, how it shows up, you see, and what it can hold and what it can be aware of. The multidimensionality, for example, because your multidimensionality is the different frequencies of light, you see, more subtle frequencies of light, the higher in dimension you go. So the more that you are bringing in the higher frequencies, the more you're going to be aware of your multidimensionality. So it's very easy to be aware of the density. It's very easy to be aware of the third D and the lower frequencies because you are in it. You are in the third dimension, you see. But to be more aware of because this is where the senses are, to clarify why that is the case. You see, you are hearing, you are seeing, you are smelling. You are very aware of all of these things, you see. When you get in the more what you call the sixth sense and beyond, you see, you're tuning into the higher dimensions, the higher frequencies. All light, all the denser light, the lighter light, the variance in between, you see. So what are you really doing when you're working in this way? You see, very good question, you see. So this is up to you. So how do you really work with the light body? How do you really work with it, you see? So you are working with the frequencies of sound, right? This is going to change. The tonality is going to change the way that the light shows up, you see. It works together in synergy, you see. So that is part of the created. This is how we create these ingredients, you see. If you're in the kitchen cooking up a recipe for what you want to create, manifest, you see, you're bringing in the different sound waves and the light waves of frequency and deciding how you're going to concoction it up, you see. So your tonality of your own voice, your own vocal cords, you see, it's a good way to work with the light body, you see. This is one very unsuspecting way that you can work with the light body, is through your own voice, you see. So playing around with toning in the form, you see, and noticing what happens when you tone the low notes, you tone over and over and over, you tone the higher notes over and over, you see, and you go up and down the cycle, and notice where in the frequency you're feeling the shift in the form. You see, where in the form you're feeling the shift in the frequency, rather. We got that upside down and backwards, you see. Sometimes we got to get to all upside down in the body, you see. We do our best. But you see what we're saying here. So that is one way. You see, another obvious, perhaps obvious way, but humans are a little bit slow in the learning sometimes. But you have to think about what you take into the light. If it does not contain light, it is going to create a dimming effect of the form. So eating more foods that contain more light is a very simple, easy way to bring in more light, to work with the light body, you see. So this is another way, you see. And then when you get to the more subtle bodies, another third way that you could really use to play around with would be the breath. The breath, because that is the first entry point in where the subtle forms go, you see. This is more where you work with the subtle energetics, you see, but it does very, very quickly increase the frequency and capacity for you to hold the frequency of light in the form, especially in the subtle ways. So working with these three ways, you see, with the breath, with the food, and with the tonalities, you see, with your vocal cords, you see. So these are three ways that if you were to work in synergy with them, you would be surprised at how much they can really increase the form of the light in the form. So we love this question, and we love all of you, and blessings, and have a beautiful afternoon, evening, day, morning, wherever you are. I trust that message was exactly what you needed to hear today. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, love it, like it, share it, do all the things. If you have a question you would love answered by DiYeena, go ahead and post it. You can post it in the comments. You can send it over on our website. And there's also opportunities to book private sessions, which we're open for at this time. And if you're watching this at a later date, you can check and see if we are still taking private sessions as well. So hope you're having a beautiful day, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.